Welcome to BatPrep, your golden channel by the way. Let's start data structures and algorithms. Let's make learning fun. Okay. Before deep diving into data structures and algorithms, we need to know the basics. First of all, what is an element? An element is just one single item or a piece of data. What do you mean? Suppose we have a list containing numbers. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All are present inside the list. So list is here one data structure, and the contents inside this data structure list are called elements. Okay. So an element is single unit of information stored inside a data structure. Good to go. Now what is a variable? Variable is a container that holds or stores types of values or data type. Now what is a data type? Data type is a type of data we want to store in the memory. Let's deep dive into this data type thing. Okay. Now data type is of two types. First is predefined, next user defined. What do you mean by this predefined? Predefined means it is already built into a programming language. Okay. For example, we have this int, char, bool, float, double. Int for integer values, char for character values, float and double for floating point values, bool for boolean, true, false. Okay. Now what is user defined? User defined user defined data types are those created by the programmers to store data in a customized way. For example, we do have this struct student. This is a structure, we will learn it soon. Okay. Struct student, and student has its properties, character name, int age, int roll number. So student is here a data type. Okay. You understand? Good to go. Now what is data structure? Data structure is way of storing and organizing data in a computer. What do you mean? It's simple, right? Simple. Your data wrapped in a structure that the computer likes. Then we make the computer eat that. Yeah, sounds stupid, right? Yes, it is. But jokes aside, data structures are smart ways of arranging data so that computers can work faster, better, and efficiently. Great. For example, we have data in our PC. Now, how to store it? You can't just wrap an envelope and just feed into the CPU, right? So this is where the data structures come into aid. Data structures include arrays, linked lists, graphs, stacks, queues, trees, and so on. We are going to learn it eventually. Great. Now data structures are of two types. First is linear data structure. What do you mean by this linear data structure? In linear data structure, elements are stored sequentially, and in non-linear data structure, elements are stored in non-linear fashion. Let's see what does that mean. Linear data structures. Here are the elements 1, 2, 5, 3. Okay. Now, if it's in a linear data structure, how it will get stored? The elements are stored sequentially. That is in an order, in a sequential order. First we insert 1, it is stored at index 0 or first position. 2 2 is stored in the second position. 5 is stored in the third position. 3 is stored in the last position, right? Fourth position. Hence, it is in a sequential order. Like it is like blocks of trains. Okay, they are sequentially arranged, right? It is like that. Now, linear data structure, uh, there are many linear data structures like arrays, linked lists, stacks, queues. Okay. Now, what the hell is this non-linear data structure? Here are the same elements 1, 2, 5, 3. In non-linear fashion, what do you mean? We just can place the elements haphazardly. Okay, there is not a sequential structure over here like the train blocks, sequential train blocks. You can't visualize. You can visualize it as a tree or a graph like this. It is a tree. It is called a tree. We are gonna learn it. It is a graph. Okay. Now, nonlinear data structure includes trees and graphs. These are the pictorial representations, but they look different inside the computer. And how does an element look? So this is an element. Elements can be numbers or characters. Okay. In computer, it's all zeros and ones basically. Computer understands the binary language. Okay, not English, not Spanish or anything. It understands binary, right? What the computer understands. We write code in C++, C, etc. in English, right? Yeah. Now this code is is translated into the binary language by a machine called compiler, and that is what the computer understands. This is the role of compiler. Okay. Now, computer has memory, and for storing data efficiently, organizing it, we need these data structures, as we have seen over there, over that slide. Okay. Now, role of data structures. First, storing elements, storage, obviously. Then, arrangement into linear or non-linear fashion. And the next is operation on this data. What we are gonna do with this data, right? Now, operations on data structures, there are many. First one is traversing. Traversing, what do you mean? It means visiting each element of a data structure. Like, uh, if you if you are in a rail station, okay, train station. Now, you can count on the number of compartments, right? You can traverse it like that. Here also, traversing each element of a data structure or visiting each element of a data structure. Now, searching. It is search for an element within the data structure. It is easy. We have to search something within the data structure, right? Insertion. Insert an element inside the data structure. We have to insert. Okay. Then deletion. We have to specify a position, and we can delete from a data structure, from the data structure, right? Now, sorting. What do you mean by this sorting? So based on some conditions, we can sort out elements of data structure too. Like we have this example 3 1 2. Okay, this is a list or an array. Now we want to sort out the list such that elements are stored in ascending order. Now how to do that, it will be discussed later, but 1 2 3, this is the output of what, of this input array or this input list. This is the output. This is in ascending order, and this is what the operations on data structures are. So here's the introduction of these data structures. We are gonna do many things afterwards, and more videos are gonna be uploaded. So thank you guys. Thank you.